Hello and welcome back to the Chemical Safety at Work podcast. Today, Mel and I are in Sydney with our product designer, Nick Schatz. Nick, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what your job involves?
Yeah, as you said, I'm product designer at Storemasta. It's a role that encompasses the full scale of a design process, right from market research, client engagement, all the way to product development, prototyping and delivering product.
So you're developing and working on new products to add to the range as well as making improvements to current Storemasta offerings?
For sure, yeah. I try to split my time up between the two of those sort of endeavours. Yeah, go through seasons of doing both, but at the moment definitely looking to innovate new products and get some new things to market.
Awesome. And how long have you been with the team for?
Almost a year now.
Tell us a bit about your journey.
Yeah, came into the role as a junior product designer, not much experience in the workforce, but blessed with a great team here and learnt really quickly on job about the industry. So it's been a hands-on job so far.
You study industrial design, is that right?
That's it, yeah. Product design it's called, but it's very similar to industrial at UTS here in Sydney.
So how do you identify the specific needs and challenges of organisations handling dangerous goods in Australia?
Yeah, so it often starts with speaking directly to our users is the best way that we can find problem spaces within the industry and identify risks that need to be controlled. And so, yeah, that might look like surveys, sending out market surveys, emails, but also staying really connected with the sales team because obviously they have that face-to-face connection every day with our users. And so speaking to them and wondering what are customers after, what are their problems, what are their questions. That's how we learn most.
And that's quite an iterative process, isn't it? So you're going back regularly through the design process.
For sure, yeah. We'll often have an inquiry, build a product based on some sort of inquiry and then send it back to that customer to see if that's the sort of approach that they were after. Mm-hmm. And then, it might work or it might not. But as you said, you have to go through that a number of times to get it right.
So can you walk us through the design process for a new product at Storemasta? What are the critical safety features that you focus on?
Yeah, so the first step is to make sure that whatever we're building will be compliant with Australian standards. And so we have to identify what class of dangerous goods we'll be storing and then, target a certain sump capacity, relevant, appropriate materials for the storage, ventilation, signage. And once we have that figured out, then we can start working on USPs and features that will deliver efficiency for our users and also benefit from a user experience perspective.
How do you balance innovation with compliance when designing products for dangerous goods storage?
Yeah, so complying to Australian standards is always our first priority. And then after that, we can focus on innovating efficient products and products that will deliver a great user experience for our customers that can really address those problem spaces that we identify.
So customers being able to trust in the product that it's going to deliver that safety and reliability is coming first.
Yeah, manufacturing in-house is a big benefit for that. Yeah, our production team really pride themselves on using the best quality in CNC automation machinery. And a couple of years ago we partnered with Armada, who are seen as the world leaders in that space. And we also have a real skilled labour force in-house and we have programmers, engineers all on site ensuring that there's quality, smart engineering going into those products.
Great. And we have a quality control process in place as well.
How do you keep up with the changing regulatory landscape in Australia and how does this influence your product designs?
Yeah, staying in touch with the peak body is really important. We subscribe to their updates in regulations and standards. And by attending events and seminars, we can stay on top of emerging risks and emerging demands within the industry.
So what recent innovations have you integrated into Storemasta's products that significantly enhanced safety for users?
Recently, we identified a user need in controlled environments for outdoor battery storage. This allows people to store large capacity batteries outdoors in a weatherproof, temperature-controlled environment, significantly reducing the risk of overheating. Another one was the requirement for storage solutions in high wind environments where heavy metal doors can pose a risk for the users. And so we have a solution of sliding doors which significantly reduce that risk for customers, and the feedback has been really great.
What sort of product was that in?
That's a 2 IBC store for outdoor environment.
Yeah, awesome.
We've had a recent integration of flame guard panelling within the air vents of our battery cabinets. So when they feel a certain temperature within the battery cabinet, they expand and cover the air vent, stopping the flow of oxygen into that cabinet.
So in the last month, we launched our new gas range, Nick. What sort of benefits can the customer see from that?
Yeah, this is a really great range, providing a modular solution for our customers. It's really easy to swap between shelving and chain restraints, which are needed for both gas cylinders or gas bottle storage. And there have been other additions such as ramps made as a standard across that whole range, as well as extra secure pins within the hinges, providing extra security and safety for those doors.
And so those cages have the bolt down feet. What sort of benefit does that provide the customer with?
Yeah, so that adds a lot of stability to the cabinet and provides a really easy way for users to bolt their cabinets down.
Because those can get pretty heavy, can't they, with a few cylinders in them?
For sure, especially for windy environments, it can pose a massive risk.
And you mentioned ramps there as well. That's so people can wheel up the cylinder on a trolley into the cabinet and unload.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, you don't want to be lifting a trolley full of heavy cylinders up, and so having a ramp system across all the products in that range is a big benefit to users.
A lot more ergonomic.
Yep.
So how do you foresee the future of dangerous goods storage evolving, particularly in terms of safety and regulatory compliance?
Yeah, I see technology being a massive factor in the evolving of dangerous goods storage. Bringing smart technologies into chemical inventory and storage capacities and monitoring for risk. That's definitely the way that other industries have trended, and so I think it won't be any different.
And do you think the pace is increasing now with that new technology coming about?
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like there's a real demand for change in the industry given the consequences of emerging risks such as batteries and new forms of energy storage.
Especially following some of the significant events that we've seen happen this year. We saw the Derrimut fire in Victoria a couple of months back, which is just kind of an example of what can go wrong.
Exactly.
Can you share an example of how feedback from customers or the market led to a product improvement?
Yeah, so we've had our battery cabinets released to the market for a year or so now. A couple months ago, we had a customer reach out who loved the cabinet, but they sent us a photo and it was a complete mess with their cables everywhere throughout the cabinet. And yeah, they demanded a solution for that. And so we came up with a prototype, sent it out to them, and now it's a standard across our battery cabinets to have these shelves with integrated cable management systems. Keeps the cabinet safer and tidier.
Based on your experience, what should work health and safety officers prioritise when selecting dangerous goods storage solutions?
Yeah, they've got to prioritise products that are compliant to Australian standards. A lot of products will be made overseas and are compliant to different standards that aren't as strict as the ones we have here. And yeah, Australian-made products with Australian materials are often your best bet. And yeah, they can look out for the manufacturing processes that these products are made with. Looking for welding seams are always stronger, more reliable products than cabinets that have been bolted or glued together.
What are some common mistakes that organisations make when it comes to storing dangerous goods, and how can those mistakes be avoided?
Yeah, we often see mixed classes in the same cabinet, or we see cabinets too close to ignition sources. And this is really just because staff all the way through that organisation are often not trained at the same level as the work health safety reps or the people at the top.
And so how can some of those issues be overcome?
Yeah, I think a lot of organisations get overwhelmed by dangerous goods storage and the amount that they have to do on site. It's best just to start with solutions to get your products segregated and off the floor. Seeking professional advice is always a great place to start, but within an organisation, it's about training, clear signage, regular inspections.
Yeah, so in those regular inspections, they're going to hopefully identify any issues, rectify the issues, and then come up with a solution to make sure that they're not happening again. Say, if a bund or a cabinet's being overloaded beyond the capacity of chemical storage, or as you say, something's been placed too close to an ignition source, that's going to be resolved.
Absolutely, yeah. And everyone throughout the business or everyone who is making contact with those products and those dangerous goods need to be in those conversations.
Yeah, cool.
What new trends or technologies in product design are you most excited about, especially concerning dangerous goods storage?
Yeah, so a big trend you see in product design outside of the industry would be designing for modularity. You see modular furniture, products that are designed to be multi-purpose. I think that would be a really exciting thing to bring to the industry.
Is that like circular economy products?
Yeah, absolutely. Having an idea of what the product will be at the end of its life cycle is definitely a great thing to think about when designing. But also that ties into sustainability and designing for durability and also reducing waste throughout that process, which is really what the production team tries to embody with lean manufacturing by reducing waste, reducing unnecessary handling throughout that process, because at the end of the day that can get the products faster to the customer and at a better price as well.
So in the design process, you're thinking about ways that you can design these products in order to reduce material waste, time waste, and add modularity.
I suppose you're reducing the harm to the environment in that as well.
Yeah, and I guess it's potentially space saving and cost cutting for them if something has multiple purposes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what does a typical day in your role look like, or a week?
Yeah, so a lot of my role is about communicating our products to our customers through the website, bringing the products to life through renders, connecting the departments from engineering to marketing to sales, increasing that communication and making sure that we're all on board with what our goals are.
And that's often a pretty common problem with a lot of innovation teams, is just getting that alignment between different departments.
Yeah, there's a lot of project management involved in my role, whether that's engaging certain people, often we'll be engaging R&D teams or DG experts.
Subject matter experts.
Exactly.
So where do you see Storemasta heading in the next few years?
Yeah, I think Storemasta will definitely be expanding into new markets, expanding into new industries, getting smarter with our technology and our storage solutions. Yeah, as a company, we'll always be focusing on reducing risk and improving efficiencies for organisations. Yeah, we want to see more awareness. We want to see dangerous goods management made easier. And ultimately, we want to see less incidents involving dangerous goods.
Thanks for joining us in the podcast studio today, Nick. It's been awesome to hear about your journey and the work that you're doing at Storemasta, and exciting to hear about some of the ways that Storemasta's offerings are looking to evolve in the future.
Yeah, it's been great. Thanks so much for joining us.
Hopefully you'll join us again.
Looking forward to next time. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nick.